How are you today? We're going to be stuffing some bell peppers today. And we're having dinner a little late. It's 7 o'clock, and this should take just an hour. It took about an hour to prep and about, an hour to shop, bring it home, and keep it where I needed it in the refrigerator and stuff. So I've got the rice simmering, and I feel confident about that rice there. Yeah, we got it on a nice fire. Let's set the alarm for 5 minutes on the rice because I want to turn it up a little, but I don't want to overcook the rice. That would be horrible. And we got these really pretty red and orange bell peppers. They're already washed and they smell really good. Although you could smell them more when they're cut into. So we're going to be stuffing these. And I've got everything prepped. So let us begin. And no, we're not having lettuce. We're not having salad today because we've been having a lot of salad. So I've got my two sort of medium to large hamburger patties here. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and start mixing this together. Hi, Charlene. Nice to see you. The first person to comment. You ordered Domino's? That's cool. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my little gloves because I don't want to dig my nails and my hands on the hamburger meat. How are you today? What did you have for dinner? And thanks for joining. I promised you guys from my pool video a few days back that I would be cooking something, and this is what I've had in mind. Literally, my mind does go there. I am a pseudo chef where I'm like thinking and planning and creating new kitchen culinary adventures in my head. Happy Friday night to you too. Thank you. Oh, flow state. Thanks, Lexi. It is a flow state, baby. Woo, here we go. I'm in my flow state in my kitchen because I've prepped everything. So I'm going to show you, I've got these cut up green onions. A little bit of dill got in there. Okay. And we're just going to toss that right into the hamburger bowl. Because right now we're concentrating on the hamburger bowl. And I wanted oregano, but it wasn't happening. Couldn't find it at the market. I'm sure I could have went searching. And then I've got parsley. So we're going to toss the parsley into the two patties and the chopped. And I also put, with the green onion, I also put the green part, not just the white onion part. I'm very selective about how I'm slicing my vegetables. I want to make sure that they're all edible, that you can't choke on any pieces. And also that, like for instance, I take off the skin off of the green onion and I take off the stem off of the parsley. And also I take the dill. Woo, gosh, it's so good. And look how fresh, it's all fresh. I don't use powder on anything really except the salt and the pepper. So we have fresh dill. We're not going to add it yet. But I take the stem off of it, just so you know. See how fine it is? Like right now, there's one right there that I could fix. It'll melt. Here it is. So you could choke on these too. I'm very selective about how I slice. So I'm going to keep that piece of parsley. I'm just going to cut the piece that looks sort of rough there. Yeah, I mean, I have my elderly mom who lives with me, and so I have to be sure that everything is edible. So now we have, right, Mom? Mom. Say hi, Mom. Say hi. Hi. She says hi. Say it a little louder so they can hear you. Okay, hi. There we go. Hi, Erin. Thanks for sending flow state. I am in my flow state. Okay, so we're going to check the rice. It is even boiling over a little, so that's perfect. We're going to kill that noise for a second. I don't want to overcook the rice. So let me taste the rice. I never touch my mouth or my skin or anything. The rice is done. No, it needs like 4 minutes. Make it 5 on low simmer. And I'm going to cover it all the way and not let any air out this time. It has a little hole, so we're good. All right. So now I was about to show you the garlic. Woo! Yummy, 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 yummy. Delicious. Delicious. See the way I cut them? All tiny. We don't want to drop one because they're all perfect. Throw that into the hamburger with the parsley and the green onion and the, what do they call that? The green onion, I don't know why I can't think of that right now. I know one of you, scallions. Like Charlene, you probably would have put that in the comment. Erin, thanks for sending a flower. Hold on. There's like a hair or something in my face. All right. Thank you. Okay. Next, you're wondering, what's next? What's next? I'm going to put the salt and the pepper. I'm going to use sea salt. Today I'm using sea salt. I want to put about 1.5 tablespoons. And now I'm going to use black peppercorn. About like 10 or 12 spoons. And I'm going to cut up this tomato. And then there's also going to be other tomato. Okay. Oh, and also I'm going to get the pan out and I'm going to lay out some foil and I'm going to oil it. The oven isn't hot yet. So I did most of the prep. It's just, as you can tell, all the ingredients are already chopped. This is all the cooking part of it. How are you today? It's so nice to see you. I feel certain energies, trust me. I really, really do. They pop, when you guys pop into the chat, I feel all your vibes. Okay, so I put this in the bag because it was getting strong. I keep hitting my elbow on this tiny dish. Let's move it over. Okay, so I did this about an hour ago, okay, and this was going to be way too strong, so I put it in a bag, and I'm going to dump it into the beef, the parsley, the cut green onion with the scallion part cut into there, and we put the sea salt and the black peppercorn. This is the meat, and we're going to be mixing it with the rice that we're stuffing the peppers with. All right. So these onions are kind of big, but they'll melt down because we're gonna bake the stuffed peppers. So they'll melt down. So just put it in there. Don't worry about they're big. I wanted them a little big. I wanted the style a little bit big on the onions, so you could like tell it's in there. I didn't want them to dissolve into the bell pepper ingredients. I wanted them to sort of stand out. Oh, it smells so good. The whole house already smells like bell pepper. And sorry, like, yeah. I never do anything with my body, like hair or anything, over the food. You notice I always back up. Now we have that fresh dill. It's so amazing. Oops. I dropped a little tiny piece. That's okay. There's still a lot. Shirley, what are you making? It's funny. It's in the title and I said it a few times. We're making stuffed bell peppers. Ring the bell. Ring the dinner bell, baby. James, I'm not worried about it because I'm very like anal, and if a hair drops off my head, I will know about it. Trust me. James said wear a hairnet. I should, but it's just me and my mom. And you know what? If we find a hair, no, we're not going to find a hair. There's never been a hair yet. All right. Let's see. You know what I want to do? I want to rinse the rice because it got kind of starchy. And I want to shut that off. I want to rinse the rice. I'm going to clean the bottom of the sink like it's been clean all day, even as I was prepping. Yeah, I was cleaning it as I was going. Okay, so I'm going to dump the rice into the strainer. All right. Now I'm going to rinse the pot out and get rid of any starch. Great. Now I have an available starch-free pot. And that way I'm going to strain all the starch off the rice. I'm gonna rinse the rice and then I'm gonna pour it back in. This is salt water. It's a water softener system, so it's pretty damn clean. And also it's coming off the Colorado River, so it's one of the cleanest rivers in the world. And now we have, it's straining the white water. What splashed on me? I could just wipe my arm, I think. Okay, I'm putting the rice back in. Okay, now I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it because I want to make sure, because I thought I was going to cook it like more, and I want to make sure if I'm going to do that or not. And actually there's starch on the bottom of the stove, and if you don't get it right away, it's like a nightmare to get off. Turn the stove off, lift the thing. Alright? Yeah, I'm not willing to sacrifice having that shit stuck on the bottom of the cooking, the area where you're by the stove, by the cooktop. Alright. No. Because that will dry like horrendous. Great. Now we're going to taste the rice. And again, I never put my lips to anything. It's like I wouldn't want that done to me if I was cooking. It's not ready yet, but we had to ring the bell. Thank you for saying beautiful. Every time someone calls me a compliment, I'm going to ring the bell. Mmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's done. You know what it needs? It needs water, a whole thing of water. And now it needs to go on to, see, because we got rid of all the starch. It's almost perfect. It needs a little more cooking. All right. We're going to let it simmer. Some of that starch got on the side too there. The house is like always like show ready because I'm showing my house like all the time. Not all the time, but a lot. And all right. And so, but the house is ready. Like I have to keep it clean as I go, but I've always been that way. So it's pretty much nothing changed. It's just a little more anal than I usually am. As far as like clutter. Like for instance, I gotta hide the cat's cups because she has a cup on her nightstand and also a cup by the front door on the floor. And that looks tacky. So I gotta get rid of that. And I gotta get rid of our water bottles, my mom and I. And like I have a whole thing of like packing over there that looks cluttered, but that's my choice to do that with my dining room. So, but that's just reassurance for the buyer that I'm leaving because I got all my stuff ready to go. Not all of it. The first trip is pretty much ready to go, literally, to California. Thanks for the flower, Mr. 962. Thanks for saying great, Charlene. Who did I miss? James, you're just playing. Thank you. I'm playing back. You have a great night too, dear, if you're still there. Okay, guys. Back to the stuffing of the bell pepper commencement. So we're going to simmer this. I got the water. I want it to boil first. So let's put it on 3 minutes. Okay? But not on such a boil high to where it's going to pour over. So we got it boiling. All right? And now we have our tray ready. And I washed these previously. And now we're going to continue with the tomato. So the tomato, I want them to be not squares, sort of like strips, but little strips. So let's just start and we'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's symmetrical. And now move that one. Now I'm going to cut them in half as a stack. And now I'm going to cut them in quarters. And then I'm going to cut that in half. All right, now I'm going to cut this in thirds actually. Instead of half at the end here. Like I said, I don't want them too long. See? They're not like, some of them came out square, but the majority of them came out long. And they're kind of thick. They'll melt down really nice. So let's get the top here. All right, let's toss all that with its juice. And yeah, these counters are so perfect that you can cut on them and they literally don't scratch. I mean, you don't want to take a butcher knife to them, but all right. So here you have your meat and your parsley and your dill. and not in that order. Dill went later, and then you have the green onion went first, and then you have the chopped onion, the tomato. I put sea salt. I put peppercorn. The dill's not in yet. That's right. I couldn't see it when I was holding it. I knew I was savoring the dill. All right. So these, all you do is cut the top off of them, because I think I have all the ingredients in. Well, the dill's going to go in a minute, but as far as so far. And then there's more. Okay, so we cut the top off the little green pepper, and you don't want to waste any pepper, so try to get right around it. It smells so good. Oh, God, it smells so good. Just picture what a red bell pepper smells like. That's exactly what it smells like. I'm glad you're enjoying your pizza. All right. So the rice looks fluffy and almost perfect. So I'm going to give it, and it's doing well uncovered. So I don't want to make it soggy. I'm going to give it 3 more minutes. And now we're going to cut the other cap off, the yellow one this time. And this, I don't have to wipe my my knife like I normally, when I cut vegetables, I clean the knife a lot because I cut off bruises and stuff, but there's no bruises or dirt because I already washed it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the knife again on this one. I attract an anal retentive crowd because that's what I am. So I like to, reassure everybody that we're on track here. Here, I just want to wipe something over here. Because I don't want the cat to eat these. They're the peppers inside of the bell peppers. They somehow squirted out. There. Yeah, I don't want the cat to eat that at all. That's way too hot for her. Okay. Woo! Great. We've got our beautiful, willing and ready bell peppers. They are very receptive to this mixture that we're going to create with our fingers here. That's why I'm wearing gloves. And I've got the dill. We're going to put that in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Doesn't that look beautiful? The meat's on the bottom. Now we're just going to mesh it together. This is where we're like going to pretend like we're working with Play-Doh. And we're just meshing all the ingredients together. So far, I just keep going until it all blends together. Hi, Chloe. Chloe, is that what you wish? I don't like titles. I definitely don't have any kind of like titles when it comes to my preference. So, because I don't like when people are categorized. I don't like doing that to people, and I don't like associating with titles because I have really I'm just a person with European beliefs. I'm going to turn this all the way down now, the rice. Simmer. Because I'm going to put that alarm too, because I don't want it to simmer more than like 3 minutes, because we're ready to take it out. So I don't treat people like, I don't tell them, hey, you're this or you're that, because you don't ever know whether you're offending somebody. So that's basically what I was trying to say. So look how great this looks now. We got meat and we got onion. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's so fresh. It smells so fresh. We have tomato. And now we're just going to pick up one of these bell peppers. We're not going to bother with the gloves because it's all going to melt together in a way, you know. These won't melt, but you know what I mean. It's all going to cook. And there's nothing here that was dirty because everything was already prepped. So I'm going to make sure I mix this all evenly. I'm going to make sure that each bell pepper gets the right amount. They each have to have half of this. So I'm going to sort of separate it in here. I'm going to separate it, make half and half. All right. And now I'm going to take it and I'm going to shove it into the bell pepper. I'm going to stuff it. Hopefully I could just get it all in there quickly. I'm not trying to like, you know, make a whole production out of getting it in there. Just put it in. Just push, see, one little piece fell, no biggie. So far I haven't lost any. You just have to shove your fingers in there, like literally like 2 or 3 at a time to get it in. All right. Wow, it's perfect because I could stuff it more and this literally has half. It's half of a bell pepper ingredients in the dish. Let's see if I can just shove it in there a little more. All right. Beautiful. That one's going to just, well, I'm going to put it down for now. I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil. So let's grab the other one and let's start stuffing. And I made the right amount. The rice is going to go in next. It's perfect. I made everything the right amount. That's like, at first I was thinking, gosh, I'm only going to do 2 bell peppers, but it's just my mom and I. And what we're going to do is we're going to split them. Like she gets half of an orange and half of a red, and so do I. Okay. Pick up that ingredient that fell. Everything is sanitary at this point. Everything was prepped and clean. Just work with it. Shove it in. Look, I got both hands in there. See, that went in nice. This one too. This one too. See, there was air in there. There's plenty of room, okay? Great. So now, I'm gonna grab, I notice I grab a Kleenex so I don't have to touch the stove with like raw meat. So shut the rice off. And start putting the rice in the rice that you're going to use with the rice thing. Start putting it. Actually, where's the strainer one? I have a strainer one. I had it. It must be here. Okay. All right, great. Rinse it again in case soap is on there. Okay, now strain it with the strainer, ladle, or whatever. There's going to be plenty of rice for some other dish. I can tell already. Of course, this is way too much. That's hilarious. There's a little bit of hamburger meat there. I'm going to put that over there. And now I'm going to, this should be strained. Believe it or not, I'm a lot cleaner than this. Not cleaner, but more anal retentive when it comes to, like I would have taken the gloves off and all that, you know, but I don't need to. Because the gloves are going to go in the trash and this is going to go in the sink to get washed. If you're coming in late, we already rinsed this rice and then simmered it a little more. I'm not even going to do all this rice right now. Actually, yeah, I kind of have to, otherwise it'll it'll be way too soggy. But I'm gonna get the bell peppers in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the rice that I've started with, like that. And see, like I would have never touched my faucet with my meat hands. Now I gotta wipe it. Just things that I don't ever do that I do in the cooking show. But they're all still sanitary. They're just levels of OCD or whatever you want to call it. Okay. However you want to relate to it. I just think I'm a very neat person and everything has its place. So we're going to go ahead and take some of this rice, not too much, and just pour it on top. We're going to push it down in there. We're going to use the other side of the ladle and we're going to push it down in there. I didn't want to mix it all together. It felt ick to do it that way. I'd rather just put it in like this, like on its own. I didn't want to mix it. You know what I mean? Like mix it with the meat. This is way better, actually. I like the way this is coming out. I might have mixed it with meat in the past, but this time, I love the way this is coming out. Oh yeah, there's enough room for like more in there. Wow, look at that. It must be melting in there or something. It'd be neat if I could get all this rice in there, don't you think? Oh yeah, you'll eat the rice if it's buttered. That's right, yeah. It smells buttery, just so you know. It's so soft and fluffy. So we're gonna preheat the oven. We're gonna bake at 360 and we're gonna start it and then we're gonna do it for 30 minutes. Okay? We're gonna keep stuffing. I think it's fair to say that I could just grab the rice and start shoving it in there at this point. Look at that, it's still going in. That just goes to show you. Right when you think your bell peppers are stuffed, they're actually not. There's more room to do more stuffing. Isn't that exciting? I'm so happy. It's gonna taste so delicious. I could smell how gorgeous it is. I'm shoving it way in there too now, you know? Look at this. I'm like using 2 fingers to like shove it in there. It's so crazy. I've never made stuffed peppers like this. Like this is gonna be the best I've ever done. All right. All right, now we're gonna put like a whole slap of white rice on the top like this. You know? Just gonna slap it on top, kind of like a helmet. All right? Great. Wow, this is getting neat. It's like, it's artistry is what it is. It's almost like I don't want to eat it. It's too fun. No, I want to eat it. It smells so good. Okay. Now I'm going to wipe a little so I don't end up having to scrub the pan, take whatever. All right. I'm using like a million Kleenex for this show. I don't care because it's making me comfortable to be able to sort of, I don't want to cross-contaminate with any meat or anything. Great. Here. I think I could take these gloves off now. I don't need the gloves. They're done. And now I can wipe anything that fell on the floor a little. Okay. I don't want to like drag raw meat around, you know, onto my floors. Because I have a pet. But that's like an excuse to like be such a clean fanatic, you know? But I'm not the person that has to mop I mop when I have guests before they come over and then not even after. So what does that tell you? That tells you that I'm not that obsessive about cleaning. I think it's more that I'm organized, but I'm definitely a clean freak when it comes to cross-contamination. I'm definitely, like, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to make anyone sick. You know, it's not going to happen in my kitchen. See? Voila. It only takes an extra few minutes. And here, I got to pick up these things. So these peppers, there. Some things are really important. How you doing, Mom? Good, thank you. Okay. So you're thinking, what's next? The oven is preheating. And we've got the bell peppers. It's okay, I'm doing the show. And we got the bell peppers right here. And I'm going to get the olive oil. Do a couple drops. One, not on the pepper, on the bottom of the foil. Two. That way they don't stick. I'm going to rub them in. Yeah, of course I'll be washing my hands again. All right, and now I'm going to make a support system for so the peppers don't tip over. I'm going to get another piece of foil. So this one I'm going to put like right next to it. So it has, I'm going to make like a little fortress for the peppers. And then I'm going to put them on another piece of foil. That way I don't have to clean the dang. I'm not into like cleaning. I use a lot of foil. I'm not into cleaning the pots and stuff. I can think of much better things to do with my time. Okay, now we're going to take some tomato sauce. And see this one tipped over a little. So we're going to make sure the foundation is a little tighter on this foil here. We'll twist it a little. There. See that? And now make a little like bowl. That way when you pour the sauce, it doesn't go onto the side. All right, perfect. Now the sauce commencement. So each one, actually the spirit guides, the chef's spirit guides are telling me, put a little bit of salt, sprinkle a little salt right on the top again. That was a lot. And some pepper. Okay, because we put it into the ingredients, the salt, pepper, but the tomato sauce goes now. I'm always making sure there's no paper that's going to drop in off the can. Okay, we're just going to pour over onto the peppers. Gently. We're not going to like douse it. Evenly too. Like kind of stripes. We can start here and do them both at once. We're draping it down the side. 1, not too much. 2, back and forth. 3, 4, 5. So it's even. And I'll come back over here, and then that's it. That was perfect. It did the whole mini can. It's a mini can. I somehow managed to keep all my garbage in one little thing here, so I'm good like that. And I could get rid of anything that had the meat on it. I'm gonna pop them in the oven because the oven told me that it was ready. You heard that little bell. So we're gonna pop them in. I feel like that there could use a little cheese on top. But I'm not gonna do it now because it'll just burn. But I'll slice the cheese. I'll show you what cheese I'll be putting on it later, before, like 5 minutes before I pull it out, or like 7 minutes. So now we'll just put them in. You see how they're standing up on their own? I like to push things back so nothing splatters on the oven door. That makes cleaning a biatch. All right. So let's get the cheese and let's strain some of this water. I want to put the rice in here so it doesn't get too soggy. So let's wash this. Let's get this ready for the rice so we can make a rice dish with it. Even though they say that you get sick if you keep rice. I don't know. Not sure. But I'll keep it for only a day and I'll keep it. I read more about it. It has to do with putting it in the refrigerator. Like, it has to do with leaving it out. That's the rule with rice. You can't really leave it out and then store it. I've been seeing videos lately. I got the nitty gritty. Because I want to make sure I'm not like eating spoiled rice or something. So the peppers are baking, and they're going to bake for about 30 minutes probably. Depends on what it looks like. Could be a little more. It's definitely not going to be less. I've got it on 360. Hello. Put this away. Put all this away. Or at least wipe it off. I wipe everything down when I'm using it. It's a part of my culinary experience. Okay, so I'm going to use the part that I didn't wipe with. Now, I can get that rice out of there because it's soaking in there. And at the same time, I'm going to get the cheese out. I'm going to use, I want a white cheese, so I'm going to use Munster. That's going to get melted on top of the peppers a little bit later. Right before they're done, I'm going to have a little cheese melted on top. Just a little. It's not going to overpower it. It'll be a nice touch. Don't you think? So we'll cut the cheese now. I always take the first layer of cheese off. I'm not down with anything that got hardened or exposed to air. Not necessary. I don't take any chances with our health. This is a really nice piece of Munster. And I'm going to cut it like a couple of those. There we go. These are ready to just, like when that alarm goes off for the oven, I'm going to put them on and then set it for another 7 minutes. Put them in here. You can even set them over here so you don't forget. And how How's everybody tonight? This is like more complicated than I thought. Than I remember. I've done this before. I've even made a video with stuffed peppers before. That's how much I love them. But I don't make them very often, and I don't order them out. Things always get a fresh bag. Hi, Gillis. Am I barefoot? No, I'm not. Sorry to disappoint you. I've got little sockies on with happy faces. So it says it has 16 minutes left on there. I'm just going to hang out a little bit, and anybody who comes in who wants to say hi, that's always fun for me. Because instead of just going, I don't have to go while I do the rice. I could just hang out. Because sometimes people will show up. Well, people are showing up constantly because it's YouTube, but sometimes people that I actually know will show up. Hello. So nice to see you. Anything in the rice that looks dark, even though rice has pigmentation too, but I just get rid of it because why not, right? This rice needs to be rinsed literally before I put it away. Okay. I could just dip it in like that. And now I could strain it. That's what I'll do. Make sure you get all the soap off. That's heavy. Woo! Very nice. You can fluff it up like this. You throw it in the air a little and catch it. Gets rid of all the excess water in between. Okay? It's kind of mushy. Let's just keep rinsing it. That's a good idea. I want to be able to make something with it tomorrow. I have no idea what. I don't want to waste it. It's so fluffy and delicious. Yeah, it's perfect. The rice that went into the peppers was perfect. Because I took it off the top. It wasn't mushy. All right. Okay. Here. Kind of mushy. No, it's not. It's just, it's all like smashed together. It's perfect. Leave it alone. Wash that starch, because if you leave it, if you don't rinse that starch right now, this thing will be impossible to clean, the strainer, even to the point where it might even ruin the strainer because it'll get like stuck in between the little strainer holes. Okay, that's good enough for now. I don't have to worry about a big ass cleanup job. I think I took a bath over here. It got wet. I could smell bell pepper cooking. Yeah, I hate cleanup after you're done eating. I'd rather clean it. Shit, starch got over here. I'd rather clean the kitchen shit like this, like before I eat, because I'm not gonna let stand after dinner and clean shit. I need it done. Throw that over there. All right. I don't know. This might be mush, this rice that I'm saving. So, not sure. Let's just put it away. I probably won't end up cooking anything with it, but I'd like to have the option because it's fresh and it smells good. Here, wipe the bottom. Perfect. I can't smell bell pepper yet. I smell a hint of bell pepper. Let me get the plates out. Actually, I do start to smell it a little. What am I stepping in? I'm stepping in something. You know what's crazy? I never make a mess like this when I cook without the cooking show. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't know. It's more organized or something. It's crazy. I make such a mess when I do these cooking shows. It's insane. When I'm cooking by myself, everything has its place. It's just like so. I don't know how to explain it. Because this is organized. Huh. Just shit goes everywhere when I do these cooking shows. Like frantic. I didn't make a salad today, like I said, because we had a million salads. Although salad sounds really good. I'm just hungry. Like, I don't know if this is even going to be enough food, but it's a start. All right, let's check them. Definitely not the cheese yet. Actually, there's 8 minutes left. That's still too long for the cheese. It'll burn. Wow, that's gorgeous. Oh, they're gorgeous. Mmm, they smell good. It's definitely worth it. It's worth it. Doing the cooking show is rewarding. It's a lot of extra work, but badass life, you know. I have a YouTube creator career, and you got to work in order to make videos. So, but cooking in general is very enjoyable, and just the rewards of putting so much energy into. I don't know why, but that plate looks like I gotta clean it a little. There's something on there. I probably scratched the plate. Oh well, I'll never forget those scratches. It was from the bell pepper video. These plates are so old, ancient. The reward of eating the food after doing all of the prep and is worth it, is what I'm saying. That's the part that's worth it. The reward of eating the food. You know? Because, yeah, it is a lot of work. Literally. You know? Because remember, first you got to buy the ingredients. Then you got to put them store them properly. Then you have to prepare them before. Then you have to start cooking. Starting to smell really good in here. I'd say, oh, look at the floor right there. I tell you, I make the biggest freaking mess when I do these cooking shows. I don't know where this shit even comes from. I never make a mess like this when literally every piece of rice is accounted for. You know, like as an example. It's never like this. Like something goes flying, I automatically pick it up because I hate when it gets out of hand. Let's check it out. I wanted to try the pepper. I wanted to poke the pepper. So let's poke the pepper. No, they smell good. Frick, they smell like they should. They smell like they should, like a stuffed bell pepper. That's what they smell like. Like literally these dishes in my sink, they wouldn't even be here if I wasn't doing the cooking show. They wouldn't be in the sink anymore. They'd already be put away in the dishwasher. Right. If this like goes right in, what comments am I missing? Hi guys. Hi Chris McRae. Thank you. Love you too. Thank you. If I just barely push this knife into this pepper, it should like glide right in. And if it doesn't, then it needs to cook some more. Nope. The orange isn't cooked and the red isn't cooked. So we're going to turn up the fire. We're going to tighten these notches here so they don't fall out because it's holding them upright. We don't want them to tip over. The cheese won't go on there yet. We'll turn up the fire. Let's get them back in. Turn up the fire, baby. Bake 390. 410, 415. 415. And set the alarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minutes. Because we don't want them to burn. What is on me? I got like, do I have rice splashings on me? I felt my shirt wet there. Hey, yeah, it felt wet here. Let's see. No. All right. How's it going? Let me get myself some water. The oven just made a noise. I just want to make sure the rice wasn't completely going, like exploding, because I heard something go, kind of like a tiny explosion. Maybe they're expanding from the heat. I know my mom's hungry. I'm hungry. We had a big breakfast. We had a snack in between. We're good. But we are hungry. And it is getting late. It says 5 minutes, but it's really too hot to melt the cheese. That's going to have to be at the very end, like turn the fire down. So then the cheese is just going to get like scalded. You want it a little bit like overcooked, the cheese. I'm going to put this on the spray nozzle. It really works good when you got the strainer. Oh, it's splashing me. Or I'm splashing me. Wow, that's nice. The sprayer works so good on a strainer. You ever notice? It doesn't work good on the stream. Well, the stream gets rid of any kind of starch that's trapped. I go over with the stream first. I do it a lot. I don't want soap in my future dishes. Now the spray again. It goes right through the holes or something. It blasts it out. Right. I don't have to do any more dishes. I'll just put it like this for now. But I do see starch, so I'm like, get that. All right. Let me get myself a nice fresh rag to wipe with. I guess I'll use this. This is more of a decor towel, but this is all I have at the moment. Smelling the bell pepper in the air, relaxing. Winding down. Let's look at the peppers. Make sure nothing's burning. Nope, no burning. You know what? They really need to cook throughout. They cannot be hard. You know that? So I might actually end the video before they're done, because now I'm realizing that they need a much longer time. Like, for instance, I'm going to stop the oven, put it back on 370, and I'm going to do that for 10 minutes. Actually, I'm going to bake them at 410. All right. Just saying. if you start to smell something burn, you know, but you don't want to get to that point. But you should hang out near the kitchen with bell peppers, because if you catch them too late, they will burn right up. And you could tell by the smells. You could tell when you're cooking by the smells. I can. So what are you guys doing for the rest of the evening? We're going to be eating, I'm going to be splitting those in half, the red one and the yellow one. We're each going to get a split one, because as fun as it would be just to get a whole bell pepper, I want to be able to taste each one, you know, because each bell pepper color, green, red, yellow, orange, they all have a different taste. They all have a different taste. Green is really strong, so I picked the red and the yellow. So yeah, we each get a half. And the cheese, don't worry, the cheese is going to go on at the last like 5 minutes. And I got rid of all the cross-contamination, blah, blah, blah. So there's not much for me to do as far as cleanup. So hungry. I cannot. Hi, Dreamweaver. How are you? Thank you, sister. How you doing, girlfriend? Nice to see you, dear. I'm having a great time just winding down the video and the bell pepper. Did you just get here? Because I'll show them to you. Let's see. They're gorgeous. Woo! Go ahead. Dude, the way they smell though, oh, exactly like a bell pepper, a stuffed bell pepper should smell. I want them to cook more. Something's telling me do 425. Okay? So 425, and the timer is, it has 6 minutes. I'm going to put it like 8 minutes. All right. You could probably just leave it on 300 for like an hour and it would come out the same, but I'm sort of putting a rush on it. I want it to really soften. You love them too, Dreamweaver? Oh my gosh. I make them only like once a year, I think. They do look bomb. They smell amazing. And I'm going to be putting a little bit of cheese just right on the top in the last 3-4 minutes of them being baked. So guys, I had a long day. I did some physical work. I did some paperwork. I did some, when I say paperwork, it's basically computer work. And then I did some marketing. And then I did this whole live video. My mom's great. She's in the other room waiting for these succulent smelling, delicious, savory, fragrant stuffed bell peppers. I'm sure she's just as hungry as I am. Thanks for asking. Okay, that means the oven temperature got to where I want it, but I'm going to stay right here until I pull them out. But I'm not sure, I might end the live because if it takes too long, I'm getting kind of hot. So I might have to get out of the camera, out of the kitchen, but stay in the vicinity. Woo! Dreamweaver says, hi, Mama. Hi. Aww. Cute. Okay, guys. One thing I forgot to do in the beginning of this video, which I told myself a mental note, is ask people if they could please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I always do it at the end, and that's why I have way more views to proportion of how many YouTube channel subscribers I have. Because most people with like 100,000 YouTube subscribers or 1,000,000 get the type of views that I get. It's just that I don't ask people. So next video, I'm going to try to ask in the first 10 seconds. We'll see if I can remember that. Something that I've been trying to remember to do. Because most people don't watch till the end of a video. So you're not really reaching that many people. The people that watch to the end are like avid Corin fans, like people that just like spending time with me as much as I like spending time with you. And so you hear me ask for people to subscribe. But most people, they pop in, they look, some stay for a few seconds, some stay for a few minutes, some stay the whole thing, the whole duration, some stay for 15, 20 minutes. You never know. Depends on the good energy that's transpiring with the people who are commenting. And so it depends on what's going on, if the person who's watching, the viewer, is resonating with the content, right? Like maybe you were thinking that you wanted to stuff some bell pepper and these go in the wash too. Right now I'm just dusting them. And then you came across the stuffed bell pepper. That's the algorithm mystery, right? You never know. Sometimes you see things that you were inquiring about. Not just inquiring physically, but maybe in your mind. Let's take a peeky boo. Just pull the tray out. Okay. Yep. Nothing's burning. Nothing's scalding. Everything is right on track. I need a snack. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I need a piece of cheddar cheese. Is this the only piece of cheddar we have? I literally put it in its own bag just to keep it fresh. Here. You know what I do. I cut the edges off. Even though it's such a small piece, I'm just going to trim. I'm going to shave the edges off. Not all the edges, just the edge that was exposed to the air. But in this case, I can't see which one's which, so shaving the edges right there. Mom, you want a little piece of cheddar? Yeah, you do. She says that. No, she doesn't want to make me work, but I'm going to bring her a little piece of this. This is going on garbage. We got this. There you go. Uh-oh, the cat. Here, baby, I'm sorry. She looked at me like, how could you? Come on, they're waiting. The cat isn't like eating it right away. She's making the audience wait. The friends, the subscribers, the followers, the fans, the people. Okay. Thanks for waiting, guys. Anytime the cat eats from my hand, I always wash it. Mmm. Cheddar cheese. Yummy. Let's do the poke test. We're going to do the poke test. We're going to poke. If the knife glides in. I always use the same knife for the whole meal. All right. If you just barely poke, if it just glides in. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Now we can put the cheese. Are they really soft? Yeah, they're soft. We're going to drape the cheese. Put the pieces on top. Just right in the middle, right on top. Actually, monster. Okay? All right. Put it back. Now this has to be just 5 minutes. Okay. Got it. And if you smell it burning, then take it out. The cheese could burn before the 5 minutes. That's why I'm hanging out. Again, that rice got a mess over here. I'm still working on it. But no, it's not stuck because I got it right up. It would have been like glued on if you don't get it. This soap smells so good. It's cracked. It's sandalwood, cracked oak. Ooh, sandalwood and cracked oak. Let's peek, let's peek, let's peek. Even though it's only been a minute, but I just want to see how the cheese is doing. Yeah. Here's the thing. Turn the temperature down to like 350. 330. There. That way now I could just bake a little bit longer and just without burning. Tygon got the cheese. What's up, Dreamweaver? Now you're hungry, it's too late for you to eat. Really? Did you eat today though? Whew. Hey guys. Thanks for joining me today on my stuffed pepper adventure. And this is just going to be a few more minutes, so I'm going to X-nay on the video A. And you're reading the comments. Pizza? Oh, you had pizza too? So did Charlene. I smelled pizza today when I was out, and I was thinking, oh, I gotta get some pizza. So I'm so glad to see you here, and I love you all very, very much. Thank you very much for putting up with all of my shenanigans. And I'm a clean freak, and I have a cooking show, but I also teach how to like clean along the way instead of having a huge, because if you're standing here waiting for the food, why not multitask? Like, I don't like doing things at the end. It's such a pain in the butt to have to go clean an entire kitchen. It's funny because I was thinking earlier, my dad told me, I like the way that you clean along the way. He told me that. That's actually true. It's so much more pleasurable to have your dinner and then not have to do anything except just clean the plate and the fork. But to have to go into the kitchen and clean up the whole kitchen, no, no, no. That lifestyle is not for me. I like to be able to sit down and relax after I eat. So I'm looking forward to that. Probably we'll be eating here in the next 10 minutes. We'll have our bell peppers on the plate. So guys, I'll show you one more time and then I'm going to end the video. I'll show you what they look like because I do want to check on them anyway. Wow. Gorgeous. Woo. Damn. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it even lower to like 250. And I'm going to do that for just 4 minutes, and then they're going to be ready. So it's perfect timing. We got to hang out Friday night. Have a wonderful evening. I love you very much. So much. I'll give you a big hug. Mwah. Love you. I'll see you in the next video.